There was some high drama on the high seas in Greece today. The Canadian ship bound for Gaza was boarded by government officials and returned to a Greek port. Victoria's Kevin Neish is among the 30 Canadian activists who are drawing worldwide attention to an Israeli blockade of Palestinians in Gaza. The boat is damaged and the activists are being detained, but some are still calling their efforts a victory. Mary Beth Burton has the latest.
The Canadian ship is once again tied up in Greece after trying to outrun officials and deliver humanitarian aid to Gaza.
We gave it full power once we got out of the harbor. We got about 8 miles until the Coast Guard got joined by Zodiacs from the Navy. And the Navy Zodiacs were able to get people on board our ship.
Victoria's Kevin Neish says he and 30 other Canadians are being detained by Greek officials, but says he doesn't feel deflated by their failed effort.
There was a big crowd here when we arrived, chanting and cheering, and even the soldiers themselves apologized to some of the people. They apologized, said they supported our cause, but they had to follow orders.
The Canadian ship is one of 6 remaining vessels intent on sailing through an Israeli blockade. Last year, Neish was on board a Turkish vessel that was raided by Israeli commandos and 9 people died. Middle East expert Professor Kenneth Christie says Greece is in a tough spot. It opposes the blockade, but doesn't support the flotilla.
The Greek Prime Minister has said that he's willing to actually ferry the humanitarian aid into Palestine just through different channels, probably through the United Nations.
That doesn't satisfy Neish. He says ending the blockade is the main objective. But there were problems when the Greeks brought the Canada boat back to port.
For some reason, the tugboat ran quite seriously into us on the side and crushed one of our fuel tanks.
Here at home, Neish supporters rallied in downtown Victoria yesterday in a show of support for Palestinians.
Working in solidarity for those people that are living in a very unjust apartheid system.
The Victoria rallies in support of the flotilla continue tomorrow at MP Denise Savoie's constituency office. They'll ask the new Democrat member of Parliament to take a stand against the Israeli blockade. The NDP opposes the blockade, but is not supporting the flotilla.
You know, I have a lot of respect for them. They're putting themselves on the line for this. But I don't feel that we should get ahead of Ban Ki-moon, who's the Secretary General of the UN, who felt that this kind of initiative may not be useful in bringing about peaceful solutions.
Meantime, the activists are staying on the ship in Greece, saying there's plenty of food and water. The flotilla mission, however, is stalled, if not sunk entirely.
And the flotilla has actually made quite a good political point already. It's made a symbolic point that there is a humanitarian disaster in Gaza. So they've achieved some of their purpose.
In Victoria, Mary Beth Burton, A News.